You step into an elevator, your child's hand nestled in yours, expecting nothing more than a quiet ride to your floor. But then, you see him. A man in a yellow raincoat, silent, unmoving, clutching a bundle of newspapers like it holds something secret. The air shifts, thick with something unseen, and then you notice the only button lit is for your floor. Your pulse quickens. Is it a coincidence? Or are you trapped in a moment that could turn deadly at any moment? What would you do if you realized too late that you were standing next to a monster? A family friend lived in an apartment complex, staying home to care for her young daughter while her husband worked long hours. It was a quiet life, predictable, until the day she stepped into the elevator and met him. She had just returned from running errands, her daughter's small hand nestled in hers as she pressed the button for her floor. That's when she noticed him. A man stood in the corner, head bowed beneath the brim of a cap, his yellow raincoat slick with dampness. The air in the elevator felt wrong, too thick, too heavy. Something about the way he held himself, rigid and unmoving, sent a prickle of unease down her spine. He hasn't pressed a button yet. Her stomach twisted. Why didn't he press a button? And why was he clutching that bundle of newspapers so tightly against his side, as if shielding something from view? A cold, invisible hand seemed to wrap around her throat, keeping her voice even. She shifted her daughter behind her and reached into her bag, pulling out her phone. The screen was dark, no signal, but she didn't need to make a call. "Oh, I'm almost home," she said loudly, forcing a casual, cheerful tone. "Can you open the door for me?" She even let out a small, practiced laugh. "I forgot my keys again." The man didn't move. She didn't turn, didn't look back. She just walked, gripping her daughter's wrist so tightly the child let out a small whimper. Her apartment door loomed ahead, but the hallway stretched endlessly, every footstep behind her slow, deliberate. Was he following her, or was it paranoia clawing at her mind? She reached her door and banged on it with her free hand, voice shrill. "Honey, I'm home. Open up." No answer. The footsteps behind her stopped. The hallway felt suffocatingly still. She could sense him there, lingering, watching. A shiver scraped up her spine as she reached for the keypad, fingers fumbling against the smooth surface. The machine let out a cheerful beep with each press. Too loud, too obvious. Realization struck her like a dagger to the gut. The beeping meant no one was home. No one was inside to open the door for her. The pretense was shattered. A rustle of fabric behind her. Then, movement. She barely had time to react before he was lunging. The sharp scrape of shoes against the floor sent her into a panic. She shoved her daughter through the half-open door, her heart hammering against her ribs. A breath, too close. A shape, a shadow looming in her peripheral vision. She threw herself inside, slamming the door just as something, his hand, his weapon, swiped toward her. The lock clicked into place a second before impact. Then silence. She pressed herself against the door, chest rising and falling in ragged gasps. Through the peephole, she saw him, standing. Still. For a moment, he didn't move. Then, slowly, he turned and walked away, disappearing down the corridor like a nightmare fading with the dawn. It should have ended there. But months later, the nightmare returned. She was watching the news when she saw it. Grainy footage of a man being led away in handcuffs. His cap pulled low, his yellow raincoat unmistakable. The name flashed on the screen, but she didn't need to hear it. She already knew. She had met a monster that day, and he had almost made her his next victim. She was very lucky to escape, but not everyone gets that chance. In moments like these, always trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Stay aware of your surroundings, especially in places like elevators where you're confined. Keep your phone within reach, and don't be afraid to make some noise or stand tall, even if you're trembling inside. If you feel unsafe, get to a public place or somewhere you can find protection fast, and never hesitate to ask for help, even if it just seems like paranoia. It's always better to be cautious than to ignore that gut feeling. Don't let anyone make you feel uneasy in your own daily life. Stay sharp and stay safe. If you made it this far, drop a comment with the word raincoat. It'll help the video get noticed in the algorithm, and it lets me know you stuck around to the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any future uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.